Hey everyone, Dean Rummel, Executive Director of the Carbon Valley Parks and Recreation District. Here to just talk about the renovation project we are asking the voters to vote on come November 2024. More specifically today about the current recreation center that sits in the town of Frederick. So we're pretty landlocked here, so we're trying to do the most with what we have, meaning how can we expand within our walls and give more space on a 20-plus-year-old building that has compartmentalized rooms. We're going to try to open it up into much larger spaces, get rid of some different closets, really be able to come in and get more equipment in. Increase out the back. Again, we're landlocked between two roads and neighborhoods, so there's not tons of room we have to grow out. So what can we do within in this renovation project and also do a little bit of growth out, which we're going to see in the backside of the rec center here. So, we're really trying to work on our growth, and that's one of our big asks come November in general of, since this building was built over 20 plus years ago, the growth of the district has grown over 180%. So we've grown from about 10,000 residents to over 40,000 residents within this same building. So if you can imagine, there's a lot of pressure on our daily users, pressure on our pool, pressure on our programs, our fitness classes, our sports programs. It is time to really take a hard deep dive in what our next steps are, and it is more space to be able to serve and produce our services for the amount of population we have today, and not only today but for the future population as we're planning for that as well. So that is what we're going to look at here. Again, we're in the current rec center. It is a busy summer day, so there's going to be a lot of activity happening, but just the number one goal here is modernize and grow as much as we can within the structure that we have, while also trying to keep that high quality service provider continuing to go for the most people that we can. The gym renovation project that we're looking at doing in this proposal is to expand a whole nother gym off the north side of the current gym into the employee parking lot. Not only will that give us a third cross court, but it also will expand the elevated track around the gym as well. So serving a couple purposes there of the expansion of the basketball gym and the track. One of our biggest challenges we have in this location right now in the rec center is just a balance of open use versus our internal programming for basketball, volleyball, camps, practices, clinics, and then just outside users wanting to use the space as well for their basketball teams and renting the space. So it is a very hard balance because there's not many open times for the gym. So that's one of the main reasons we need to increase and go outside and get a whole nother gym built. So out back of the rec center is part of our landlocking I talked about earlier, where we have a neighborhood road, but we do have a little bit of land where the gym and track would expand onto the current parking lot, and then there's a little bit of grassy area that we'd like to do an artificial turf rectangle field. Just like the gym space, we also don't have enough field space, and that field would serve our mini T-ball, soccer, our camp program, have a shelter out there, and when not in use by the Parks and Rec programming, it pretty much serves as another park in the community as well. It'll be open just for the neighborhood to use it with the shelter and a restroom off of it, so folks don't have to come all the way around and go into the front of the rec center to use the restroom as well. Also back here, we need to keep up with our services. The real fun, exciting part of this ask is a new maintenance shop facility as well, to keep our equipment in, our fleet in, have our own wash bay. And then, as I talked about inside, we're gonna need to take some walls down and remove some offices. We'd also create space in that shop maintenance facility to house probably our sports staff, probably our maintenance staff, and remove them from some of the space inside the rec center to free up that square footage to be able to do more within as well. So that is what's happening on the back side of the rec center. And to no surprise, our cardio, our weights, our circuit, all of our equipment that is just the drop-in use is highly popular with all of our users. It gets a lot of use between the treadmills and the weight equipment, and never enough space, never enough pieces of equipment. Well, like we're finding in this building, of a 20-year-old building, much like a 20-year-old house, it's a lot of small rooms, a lot of hallways, a lot of nooks and crannies. So what if we brought those walls down? What if we got rid of a couple closets and some staff offices and relocated them somewhere else? That actually opens up a lot of square footage in this current rec center that we're able to bring in more equipment, able to get better airflow going, able to get different lighting. So a part of it is bringing down quite a few of our interior walls. After we had engineers and architects come out, it was pretty amazing how many of the interior walls are not load bearing that can actually be removed. And by removing those, it does open up more square footage to bring in more equipment. Another user we're trying to address in this renovation project is definitely our teenage population. Right now they don't really have a great space to come and just be and socialize and be more passive. Not every teenager wants to come and use the weight room or the cardio equipment or in the basketball gym or in the pool. And we want them, we want to welcome them, but we want to give them that safe space of their own as well, that they can call their own. So with the additional rooms and square footage being added for fitness classes, we also want to do renovations to give the teenage population a piece of the rec center to call their own and call their home as well. So we're looking at this room here that's currently used for our fitness classes, right next to the gym. You know, maybe put in some garage doors, make it real welcoming and fun, and right off of the gym where a lot of them like to just kind of hang out and socialize anyway, but give them a whole different environment and experience while they're in the rec center too. So as we're standing here in the current rec center, you know, where we have this beautiful indoor pool, it's probably one of our biggest crowns that we're able to provide for the community. We have heard over and over and over, and with our partners with the town of Firestone, town of Frederick, city of Dacono, and their different surveys to the community and our surveys to the community and our many users, how nice it would be and the desire to have an outdoor pool, an outdoor aquatics facility. And that is what we're trying to do and are part of the ask for building a new facility over in Central Park in Firestone, where that would be having an outdoor pool with lazy river, the big lap lane pool, water slides, a splash ground area, you know, cabana, somewhere you can really go and spend the entire day at, especially in these hot summer months. There's just not something like that in our community at that scale for our community though, right? Like, just want to be very clear, we're not talking water world type amusement park, but a good size of aquatics feature, outdoor water features that is for our community to use. We feel the pressure on this indoor pool year round, and that desire and that want and that need and that support for the outdoor pool just continues to come up over and over and over again. So twofold, as we're talking about the facility being proposed for in Central Park and Firestone, is exactly the same that I've been talking about in this rec center. We need more weight room area, more cardio room, definitely need more gymnasiums. Gyms, our youth programs and our use of that type of thing as a gymnasium keeps increasing and increasing and increasing in demand, but we're not building more gyms. So building 3 more gymnasiums in that facility to go along with the cardio equipment, the weight room equipment, to really help with what we have now, but have constraints on because of the growth of the community, mixed with giving the community something we don't have, some new excitement as that outdoor aquatics features. The proposal has an indoor rectangular turf area where you can do so many different things on a turf area, from trainings to soccer to lacrosse to baseball, softball, batting cages, whole different camps over there as well. And having that combination of addressing what are our pressure points now, mixed with what new amenities are we able to produce for the community. So I know this was a lot of information. If you want more of the details, FAQs, see the graphics. We are hosting on our website at www.cvprd, that's Carbon Valley Parks Rec District.com. We have an election page, and it's going to be continuously updating with information, new answers to questions that we're hearing in the community, with different members at events and stakeholders. We're just really trying to focus on getting all the information we can and updated graphics on that website. So please visit that website, and if you have any questions at all, there's contact information there. There's an email link to email myself directly, and we'd love to just help you with as much of the facts and for you to know what's going on as possible. So the big ask here is that you just get as informed as possible and you show up and vote in November. It is just so important to vote.